Welcome back to the session of Elements of Civil Engineering. In the today's class, let me move for the another problem on the spheres. Here, whenever you are going to solve the problems on the spheres, so you must concentrate on the contact points. So means where there is a contact points are there. So there we are getting the reactions here. So I have already started this problem in the previous class, but I am going to explain in detail regarding this problem. Just try to concentrate on the problem here. So what is given? A horizontal shaft with the inner clearance of 100 mm. So what it means, you can observe here. This is what the horizontal shaft. So means a box or any shaft is there. The inner to inner distance between this horizontal shaft is 1000 mm, that is given. So this horizontal shaft carries two spheres of radius 350 mm and 250 mm as shown in figure. So we can easily identify the sphere 1 is having the radius of 350 and sphere 2 is having the radius of 250 because this is bigger, this is smaller. So and weights are 600 Newton and 500 Newton respectively. So means the weight of first sphere is 600 Newton, second sphere is 500 Newton. Find the reaction at all the contact points. At all the contact points, you need to find out the reaction here. So now let us draw the reactions of all the contact points. We can draw the reaction at all the contact area. So now A, B, C, D are the contact area. There we are getting the reaction. How we are getting the reaction? Exactly perpendicular to the contact surface. So that you can draw, this is A point, the contact area is there. You can draw the reaction like this, that is RA. So because in order to hold this sphere, we must have the reaction there, that is at the contact area, that is RA. Similarly, here the contact area is there, that is where the sphere is having the contact area. There you need to draw the reactions. This is R, C, and again here RD. This is RD. And here B is the contact area, here also. So we are getting the reactions for both the spheres. So means RB, one RB, it is in this direction, and another RB is in this direction, that is RB. So this is how we are getting the contact reactions. Is it clear how I have drawn the contact forces?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are all the contact forces which is acting on the different sphere. So along with that, weight of the sphere is given, that is weight of the first sphere is always acting downward, so that you are going to consider it as a 600 Newton given in the problem. And weight of the second sphere which is also acting downward, now you can write it as a 500 Newton. 500 Newton and 600 Newton are the weight of the spheres. So now these are all the forces acting on the sphere. Now you need to draw the free body diagram. So how you are going to draw this free body diagram? You can observe here. First sphere, if you observe the first sphere, so we are coming across the four reaction RC, 600, RD and RB. That is 4 reaction will come. And for the second sphere, we are having the 3 reaction, that is 500, RA and RB. So let us consider the free body diagram of sphere 2 first, that is this sphere. We are going to consider the free body diagram of sphere 2. So just observe, I am going to draw the natural x and y axis. For this is natural x axis and this is natural y axis. So I am going to draw the free body diagram of sphere 2 here. So now you can observe 500 is a force which is moving downward. So means the line of action of 500 is here, which is coming like this. So means the line of action of that force is moving downward. So let us consider the center point of the second sphere. 500 Newton is moving downward. Therefore you can write 500 here. That is 500 Newton. Because it is coming downward, we are writing the free body diagram. Just I will draw the natural x and y axis here also. This is our natural x and this is our natural y axis. So 500 is acting, wait for a while, okay. This is natural y axis. So 500 is going downward and you just observe RA. RA is a force which is going in this direction. So means here. So means from this point it is, we can write like this. So because from the center point you are writing. So therefore you can write RA here based on the direction. This is what the RA. So now RB is also there here. This is RB, right? The line of action of RB is, if we have extended this, it will come for the first quadrant here. So therefore you are writing the RB here. RB inclination you need to find out. Let us find out that inclination later. So this is what the RB, which is having some inclination. This is not horizontal force, this is what it is, inclined force which is having the inclination. That inclination you can find out later. Yes, is it clear how I have drawn the free body diagram of sphere 2? Yes? Are you following?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Nothing difficult is that you just consider the direction of the forces based on that center point. So here RA is going in this direction. So therefore you have drawn here. 500 is coming downward. So you have shown here. And RB is also force acting on this sphere. And the line of action of RB is here, which is moving like this. Therefore it has been shown in the first quadrant. So like that you have to draw the free body diagram of sphere 2. Yes, have you understood the free body diagram of sphere 2? If it is yes, then I will go for the first sphere.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So then consider sphere 2 here. Yes?
Ma'am, explain it, ma'am, once.
Okay, just I am going to explain it once again. Okay. So now sphere 2, I am going to draw here. You just concentrate. So this is what the sphere, that is longer sphere, bigger sphere, that is sphere 1. Now consider the natural x and y axis. This is natural x and this is natural y axis. So now you are going to draw the forces acting on a sphere. So this is center point. 600 is a force. I am going to draw the natural x and y axis here also. Then you can get an idea. So this is what the natural x axis and this is what natural y axis for the sphere 1. So 600 is a force. The line of action of 600 which is moving downward. So means you have to draw the force which is moving downward from the center point. So from the center point 600 is nothing but weight of the sphere which is moving downward, that is 600 Newton. Clear? And you just see RC. The direction of RC is here. Means which is moving in this direction. From the center point, you have to show the direction. So means from the center point, RC is moving like this. That is RC. Right? And you just concentrate on this RD. RD is force. What is the direction of RD here? How it is moving?
Upward.
Upward. So means you just observe RD is moving upward here. So means from the center point, you have to draw RD upward. This is what? RD. Again, the last force is the RB. So RB is nothing but the contact area. Here we are having the RB. So and this is having this direction. So means you can observe here. Just I will clearly mention. So RB is nothing but how it is acting. So that is contact area. This is what the direction of RB for this sphere, and second sphere, this is the direction. So it is moving in this direction. So means third quadrant. RB is moving for the third quadrant. So if you move this, it will go for the third quadrant. So that is first, second, third. So that we can write from the center point, RB is moving in the third quadrant. That is RB. RB is inclined for the inclination we can find out later. So this is how you are going to draw the free body diagram. Yes, is it clear with the free body diagram of sphere 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now what you have to do, the free body diagram is ready. Sometimes they will give the inclination, but in this problem they are not given the inclination here. So therefore what you need to do, so you need to find out the inclination here. So in order to find out the inclination, what you have to do, you just see the figure. Just I am going to explain. Here all the forces, horizontal and vertical forces are there, but RB is inclined force. We need to find out the inclination of RB. Just observe the figure. So now you just observe here, this is totally, the distance is 1000 we are having from here to here. So RB where we are getting on the is this direction. So means this is what our RB, and this is x-axis. So means the natural x-axis. So if just consider this as a theta. Is it clear? If you got the value of theta, that is the inclination of RB with respect to x-axis. Is it clear? This is what our RB actually, and they have given the triangle here. You just observe, I have already shown RB is nothing but it which is acting here perpendicular. This is our RB. This is what natural x-axis or whatever the theta. So RB inclination with respect to horizontal it is. So in order to find out this one, we need to consider the triangle PRQ. Clear? So in order to consider this PRQ, we must know the distance of PR. We must know the distance of this QR and PQ. How you are going to find out the distances here? You just observe. Now I am why it is RB inclination. You know that PQ inclination with respect to theta, that is what the inclination of RB here. That is clear. So now just consider this is theta that you need to find out. So now by observing the figure, what is this distance? PR distance is how much? Just observe the figure, try to answer what is the distance for this PR. You just observe. What is this green color? this is from this here to here, what is this? Radius it is. Radius of sphere 2. And from here to here, radius of sphere 1. Is it clear? Green color indicates the radius of sphere 1 and sphere 2. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now in order to find out this distance, total we are having 1000. Total 1000 is there. But we want PR, that is from the middle portion we want this one. This radius we know, that is radius of sphere 2. The sphere is having 350 mm and 250 mm radius. So small sphere distance or radius is 250 and larger sphere radius is 350. 1000 minus 350 minus 250 will give you this distance. That is the distance of PR. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Total 1000 is there. This portion is radius of sphere 1. This portion is radius of sphere 2. If you deduct this radius, then we are getting this PR distance. That is what they have did here. You just observe. PR is equal to 1000 minus radius of first sphere minus radius of second sphere. You will get the 400 mm. That is what the distance of PR. So now we want the distance of PQ. It's nothing but this distance. Can anybody answer what is the distance of PQ? This distance. Just observe the figure and try to answer it.
600 millimeter.
How much it is? 600. How it is 600?
Radius of sphere 1 and sphere 2.
Correct. So you can observe this distance means this is radius of sphere 1 and this distance means radius of sphere 2. Totally it will forms PQ. So therefore PQ is equal to 350 plus 250, that is 600. Is it clear why it is 400 and 600 PR and PQ distances?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are having the values. Just by applying the tan function, we can easily find out the value of theta here. So theta is this one. This is theta. And this is 600 we are having, and this is 400 and this is 90. Applying tan theta or tan means when you want the opposite direction, you just apply cos theta. So what is the cos function? Cos theta is equal to what? Cos theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So adjacent is here, 400 divided by hypotenuse is PQ. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So this is theta, this is 90 degree. Therefore 400 is adjacent side and 600 is hypotenuse. The cos theta is equal to PR by PQ. You will get the theta value. Is it clear? So now this theta is the inclination of our RB. So now observe the free body diagram. This is what our RB. RB is a force, makes an angle theta with respect to horizontal. So we can write RB inclination with respect to horizontal is 48.1. Similarly, in this free body diagram, RB inclination with respect to x axis is 48.1. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So try to understand. Just I will post the videos also. If you are still having the doubt, you just go through those videos. So now this is what the free body diagram. Only RB is inclined force. RB inclination we have calculated. So now just we need to consider the free body diagrams and we need to apply the equilibrium condition as well as the Lami's theorem. So now you can observe this. This is 90. Just wait. Okay. This is 90 and this is 90. This is 90. This is 48.1. The remaining we can get. We can easily find out the angle between other two forces. By adding this, we are getting angle between other two forces. Only we can apply the Lami's theorem for this only. That is free body diagram of sphere 2. We can't apply the Lami's theorem for this. Why?
Four forces.
Four forces are there. So that for sphere 1 you need to apply equilibrium condition. For sphere 2 you need to apply the Lami's theorem. So where there is a minimum unknowns are there, you just going to consider that free body diagram first. So just we are going to consider the free body diagram of sphere 2 and apply the Lami's theorem. Just I will show you the same thing. You just observe whatever the figure we have. RB, which makes an angle 48 degree with respect to x-axis, and 500 downward. RA is in this direction. The same free body diagram you can observe here. Right? This is 48 means the remaining, you can write the remaining angle, and this is 90, this is 90, and angle between other two forces means this. 500 divided by sine of 90 plus 41.82, and RB divided by opposite angle is sine 90, and RA divided by opposite angle means here to here. Clear? By adding that you need to apply the Lami's theorem, and you will here you can easily get what is the value of RA and RB by cross multiplying. So why we need to consider the minimum unknowns? So you can get the unknown here, that is RB is common for both the sphere because it is a contact force between both the sphere. So if you get the RB value, then other unknowns we can easily calculate. So therefore consider the free body diagram which is having the minimum unknowns first. So this is how we are getting RA and RB by applying the Lami's theorem. Yes, is it clear with the second sphere?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you just consider this free body diagram, that is RD is going upward, 600 downward, RC is in this direction, that is positive direction, RB is in third quadrant with 48 degree with respect to x axis. That is what the second figure. Just whatever the free body diagram I have drawn, same. RD upward, 600 downward, RC is in this direction, and RB value you have already calculated here. That value you need to substitute. RB, that is 670 we have obtained by the previous calculation. RB, which is making an angle 48 degree. So no need of calculation of the other angle between other forces because we are going to apply the equilibrium condition here. Four forces are there. We can't apply the Lami's theorem, so that we are going to apply the equilibrium condition for this. So what are all the equilibrium condition? Summation of horizontal force is equal to 0 and summation of vertical force is equal to 0. So now only one inclined force is there. You have to resolve this inclined force. What is the horizontal component of this inclined force? What is the horizontal component? Resolution
670.
670.9
922 cos 48.
48.18. Similarly, this is sin 48.670.9, sin 48.18 is the vertical component. Just apply what you have to apply. Summation of horizontal force is equal to 0. So this is horizontal force, that is 670.9 cos 45 is horizontal force, and RC is horizontal force, RC is positive and this is negative. Just observe here, RC is positive and 670.92 cos 45 is negative. RC is only unknown, you will get the RC value. Similarly, you have to apply summation of vertical force is equal to 0. How many vertical forces? RD is vertical force, upward positive, 600 is vertical force, downward negative, and 670.92 into sine 48.18 is downward, therefore negative. RD positive, upward 600, downward negative, and this is also downward, therefore it is negative. You will get the value of RD here. So this is how you are going to calculate the reactions at the contact surfaces. What all the reactions you have calculated? RD you have calculated, RC you have calculated, and RA and RB are the contact surfaces of the spheres. You can observe RA, just I will highlight RA here, and RB and RC and RD, contact surfaces, all the forces you have calculated. Here the important thing is drawing of the free body diagram is very important. Once you draw the free body diagram, you can easily solve the you can easily apply the Lami's theorem and equilibrium condition. You can easily find out the unknowns. Just try to concentrate and understand the concept. It is very easy, but first problem you may facing some of the difficulties. Just observe the direction, how it is moving. So because we cannot take the forces directly like this, because we need to consider the angle between other two forces. Therefore we need to move that force with a respective quadrant as per the direction of the force. Yes, is it clear with this problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so try to solve yourself. Then if you are having still doubts, you can contact me. Then I am going to explain you. So okay, let us move for the another problem on this sphere here. So okay, let us see how we are going to solve the another problem which is based on this sphere only. Two identical rollers are given here. Identical rollers means you can easily observe through the figure itself. Two spheres are having the same diameter, and the weight of 400 Newton. The weight of the sphere are 400 Newton. Are placed in a trench as shown in figure. So means it is placed at an inclination of 30 degree as shown in figure. Assuming all the contact surface are smooth, determine the reaction at the contact points A, B, C, D. So I have to determine the reaction at all the contact surfaces. So here what is the relieving thing is they are given the inclination. So there is no need of considering the triangle and find outing the inclination. But by considering our the theory, you can easily write the inclination here. So now just observe, concentrate how you are going to draw the free body diagrams. So A, B, C, D are the points where there is a contact surface is there. So first you can draw the reactions at the contact surface. So this we are going to draw, that is RC, RC, and here contact area, that is perpendicular to contact area you need to draw. Okay, so means this is contact area is there. This is how we are getting RA, RA and RC here. Here we are getting RC, and D perpendicular to contact. So means you are getting D like this, that is R, D, and again here RB, one RB, that is equivalent opposite reaction. This is RB and this is also RB. So now you need to write weight of the forces. Weight of the spheres which is acting downward, each are having the weight of 400 Newton. 400 Newton. Is it clear how I have written the reactions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now the thing is drawing of the free body diagram. So now RA and RC are the inclined forces here, and RB is also inclined force. You just observe before going to draw the free body diagram. First find out the inclinations. So we are having the theory, any plane which makes an angle theta with respect to x-axis or the horizontal axis perpendicular drawn to that plane makes an angle same theta with respect to y-axis. With respect to y-axis. That is what our the condition. So means this is the plane, this is plane which makes an angle 30 degree with respect to x-axis. Then perpendicular drawn to that plane means RA and RC we have drawn as a perpendicular to this inclined line. Makes an angle same theta with respect to y-axis. So means RC inclination with respect to y-axis 30, RA inclination with respect to y-axis is 30. So means any plane makes an angle theta with respect to x-axis, then perpendicular drawn to that plane. This is what RA and RC we have drawn as a perpendicular. Makes an angle same theta with respect to y-axis. Means RA and RC inclination with respect to y-axis is 30 degree. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we need to know the inclination of RB here. You just observe it clearly. RB is nothing but this RB is exactly parallel to this plane. This is and RB is parallel. So means this angle is also become 30. So because how you can observe here similar. So this is our RB and this is horizontal axis and this is our inclined plane. This is our horizontal axis. If it is 30, this is also 30. So because these two lines are parallel, this is also 30 and this is also 30. That is RB inclination with respect to horizontal is 30 here. So now we are getting the RA inclination, RC inclination and RB inclination. So now the thing is to draw the free body diagram. Is it clear why I have taken the inclination like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now draw the free body diagram. First consider the natural x and y axis. I am going to consider the sphere 2 first because only 3 forces are there. I am going to write the free body diagram of sphere 2 first. Okay. So now 400 is a force which is moving downward. So from this point reference I am writing 400 downward. 400. And RA is going in this direction. So means second quadrant, first and second quadrant, that is above. This is natural x and y if you are considering, that moves for the second quadrant. So then you can write it as a RA. So after writing the RA, you need to write the inclination. RA is a force which makes an angle 30 degree with respect to y axis. Because you have already why it has been 30 degree, it has been discussed here. So RA is over. Then RB, you just observe RB. RB is nothing but which is coming for the first quadrant. So therefore you can write RB here. What is the inclination of RB here?
30 degree.
30 degree with respect to which axis?
Y axis.
Y or x axis? RB, I am writing RB here. See this one, x axis. So because RB where it is, this is RB. Our RB is here and this is parallel to this plane. Therefore this is also 30 with respect to x axis. RC and RA inclination is 30 with respect to y axis. So now your free body diagram for sphere 1 is ready. Yes, is it clear how I have written this free body diagram of sphere 1, sphere 2?
Yes, ma'am.
So now
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have to consider, okay, the sphere 1, this sphere you need to consider here. This is RB, just wait, RB here, it is RB is there. So now consider the free body diagram of sphere 1. Consider natural x, natural y axis, draw the forces here. 400 is the weight of the force here, moving downward. This is our reference point. 400 is moving downward. And RD is in this direction. RD is in this direction. From this, RD is going in this direction. That is RD. And again, RB, you just observe here. The direction of RB for this sphere is here. And it is moving like this. So means this is what the sphere, direction of RB is here. It is coming like this, means third quadrant. So you just write RB here. So now what is the inclination of RB? Inclination of RB. RB is parallel to this plane. Therefore
30 degree.
30 degree only with respect to x axis. With respect to x axis is it 30. And again another force RC, you just observe how it is there. RC is here, just I will draw the, this is what natural x and this is natural y, and here we have RC is there. You just observe here, RC is here, it is going like this. So means it will come for the second quadrant. So therefore it is RC. What is the inclination of RC?
30 degree.
With respect to which axis?
Y-axis.
Y-axis, that is 30 degree. So now our free body diagram is ready. No need of calculation of other angles here because 4 forces are there. We are applying the equilibrium condition for this, and here we need to calculate the other angles, that is this is 90, this is 90, and if it is 30 means this is 60, if it is 30 means this is 60. The angle between other two forces means this angle. 90 plus 60 here, 90 plus 30 is here, 30 plus 60 is here. Now we need to consider the free body diagram and you can apply the Lamis theorem. You just observe here. Whatever the free body diagram I have drawn here, the same thing. So here, from here to here, what it is? This is 30 plus 60. Therefore, it is 90. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See here, this is 30 is there. Therefore, this angle is 60. So, from here to here, this is 60. So, therefore, total 60 plus 30, it is 90. And from here to here, this is 90. And 90 plus 30 is 120. And here, this is 90. This is 90. And this is 60. 90 plus 60 is 150. So now the free body diagram of sphere 2 is ready, and this is what the free body diagram of sphere 1. You can observe RC, which makes an angle 30 degree with respect to y axis, RB, which makes an angle 30 degree with respect to x axis. So once the free body diagram is ready, then easily you can solve the problems, right? So now apply the free body diagram, Lamis theorem for this one. So where there is unknowns are minimum, you just consider that free body diagram first. So then you can easily get the unknown. So why? Because if you are considering the free body diagram, first if you have considered this means RC unknown, RD unknown, RB is also unknown. So therefore if you solve this one, you will get the value of RB at least. Apply the Lamis theorem. RA divided by sin 120, RB divided by sin 150 and 400 divided by sin 90. So you will easily get the value of RA and RB here. Similarly, you have to apply the equilibrium condition. Summation of horizontal 0, summation of vertical force is equal to 0. So here only, here two inclined forces are there. You just resolve these two, right? Here you have to resolve. What is the vertical component of the RC? RC vertical component. Resolution.
RC cos 30.
Correct. RC cos 30 is the vertical component because RC is a force which is making an angle 30 degree with respect to y axis. Therefore, our y component is cos and x component is psi. And RB inclination, what is the resolution of RB? X component. What is the x component of RB? Resolution of this force.
200 cos 30 degree.
Correct. 200 RB value we have already calculated. 200 cos 30 is horizontal component. 200 sin 30 is vertical component. So now RD is directly horizontal. 400 is directly vertical. Summation of Fy. Summation of Fy. 400 is downward negative, and this force 200 sin 30 downward negative. You can observe 200 sin 30, 400 minus downward, and RC is nothing but this force, that is RC cos 30, because it is making an angle 30 degree with respect to y axis. Therefore y component is cos, RC cos 30. By simplifying this, you will get the value of RC here, the value of RC here. And similarly apply summation of Fx. Fx means plus RD minus RC sin 30 degree minus RB, that is 200 cos 30 degree. You can observe here same thing, minus RC sin 30, RD positive minus RB cos 30. By simplifying this, you will get the value of RD. So this is how you are going to solve the problems on the spheres simply by drawing the free body diagram. So you need to understand the concept and how we are going to draw the free body diagram. If you draw the free body diagram, then the procedure is very simple. Yes, we are going to continue with the next problems in the next session.